send them to our YouTube channel. We're streaming live on YouTube, Smooth 981 FM Lagos, and also using our WhatsApp platform 0809 444 0981. So you can use any of those platforms to get in touch with us. Today we have a very special guest. You heard her song on, was it last week, wasn't it?
2 weeks ago, I think.
2 weeks ago, yeah, because I was here. 2 weeks ago, and now we are excited to feature her. Now, her song got very lovely reviews from our analysts and also from you, our listeners. And so we thought it was important for us to bring the artist on board so you can actually get to speak to her, ask her questions, and we can talk to her as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, please make very welcome the one, the only, Yemi Love. I can do better than that.
Yeah.
All right, you win.
Well done, Ayo.
Thank you. Yemi, so good to have you on the show. We're really excited to be speaking with you. So thank you very much. All right, Yemi, just say something to your people. They're listening to you. Because of the whole excitement, we overwhelmed you. Brilliant. We're excited to connect with you. Now, just as to rewind, in case you're like, oh, Yemi Love. I'm trying to think, because we review songs every single week and every time we meet. So we thought, okay, let's play the song. And also because we're a bit self, we want to hear the song again. So this is My Heart by Yemi Love. And Yemi Love is here live on the Grapevine 91.
Daddy Mo, how far? How my people?
You don't start.
Yes.
What
BM.
Yes.
Kenny Cash.
What is it?
Try to sing along with this song. Hot your throat. You try to sing along with this song. Hot your throat. Stop it.
Okay, let's come back now. All right, let's come back here. We're coming back now. Let's go. Oh, I'm doing this specifically.
Thank you.
I just warned you off
Keep
and
your-
I now came on air to
Keep
continue.
your day job.
Can you
Keep your
imagine?
day
I
job.
am doing this, dedicating it to
SMI room. No, not me. Stop
James
it.
Silas.
It's to SMI room.
Because he said I cannot sing.
Wow.
But Yemi the singer. So let's talk to you. The great song, My Heart. And we actually said you gave us Anita Baker vibes.
Yes.
I remember, because you inspired that your song, your voice is so lush, it's so rich. And that was what James was saying to me off air, that if you're trying to sing this song, your throat will hurt. And I was saying, forget you then. And I was going to do it. And then look at me. He's trying to prevent me from shining.
Okay.
So tell us about My Heart. And we also remembered last week, 2 weeks ago, that you were on the scene with another name. So there's a rebranding that's occurred. So tell us about that journey and Yemi Love now, and what My Heart means to you.
What I like to call, I'm calling now the beginning of my career as EDM. And I released music under that name. Can You Love Me? Or my first album, it was called Love Always Wins. And then I took a bit of a break from recording. And so it's been a few years. And in returning, I returned, as Yemi Love, as you now know. And My Heart is the first single of my upcoming album. It'll be my second album, and it's going to be called The Love Letters. And My Heart it's just, I wanted to capture, that feeling that you have for someone else, that you're sometimes not always able to express, verbally, or you're not always able to show. I wanted to capture that, feeling, so that almost like a reference point. Like if you're ever wondering, how I feel about you, you can listen to this song and know exactly how I feel about you, type thing. And so that was the idea behind it. I wrote it at the beginning of the pandemic, and it was at that point where there was a clear reminder that it was urgent for us to appreciate and love the people around us.
So true.
Quarantine. I mean, that's always the case, but COVID kind of brought that home. It
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
really realized that the things we take for granted, we shouldn't. And that's kind of where my head was at, and that's when I wrote it.
Brilliant. It looks like you have a focus on love. Any reasons? Like, oh, you're saying first one was on love, second album on love.
Can you see Ayo's face when she was saying love?
Of course.
Ayo's a love girl.
I am.
Love.
Hashtag I love love. I know. I
Don't
make
try
no
Ayo.
apologies. So tell me.
100%. Always been. I feel like that is part of my purpose, and I take it very seriously. And I've never been ashamed to say that that's what I'm about. So that my first album was called Love Always Wins, and it's part of what informed my new stage name. It's just I feel like there's an urgent message,
Wow.
that is love, and it's not always significant other, which is what hear when they listen to a song. It's really about loving the people in your life. When I wrote Ore, it was about friendship, because I just realized there weren't that many songs that celebrated the love between two friends.
That's so true.
So I think it's important to celebrate it every chance that we get, and I'm happy to do the work.
Excellent, thank you. I think always has a look on his face that he's burning the question or James, but
I don't know the word
let
is.
me let me take some comments and I'll come back just to hear some appreciation from the people listening. Yemi. So Chidoze says, I heard a little bit of Shola Allison in that song. And then Ali from Apapa says, oh, how I love this song. Just any song that comes from Yemi. Oh, Yemi love. Ore, can you love me? Ore, can you love me? ETC. Absolutely rich, beautiful voice. Where have you been? Are you feeling back? So maybe you should answer that question and then we'll go to Oris and James Silas. So where have you been and are you fully back?
Yes, I did take a break from music, and I'll keep it 100. I was at the point where I wanted to start a family, and I'm an independent artist. Recording and all of this cost money. So I had to choose, and it was family first. But the plan was always to return to music, and I've gotten to a point where I'm able to do both, and I intend to do both going forward. So I'm not going anywhere. Am I fully back? The answer is yes.
Yay!
Will be out before the end of the year, God willing, and it'll be called The Love Letters, and you can hold me to it.
Wow, that's fantastic. Excellent. All right, I see James is not James, sorry, Oris in solidarity with you. Two cross fingers. So James, anything you'd like to see Yemi love?
No, I just want to. I mean, when she changed from Ibi Yemi to Yemi Love, so what came to mind first was Yemi my lover. So what's with Yemi? All these Yemi people with love. What's up? I'd like to know. Tell us what's the angle, yeah.
I think it explains itself. It's one of those things where if you're familiar with, I know that you're right. The whole Yemi my lover thing came first, and people are always going to know that, and that's okay. It's actually kind of funny, but yes, I think if you're a fan of the music and if you've listened to the music and you hear the name, you can make the connection. But the name, how I came about it. It was inspired. It's hard to explain it, because I think when something is inspired, it's very personal. But I'll just say that I knew that I needed to change my name to Yemi Love.
Interesting.
I think we'll find out why.
All right. I think the question I want to ask is between EBME and Yemi Love, what is the difference artistically? Is there any difference at all?
I think it's just growth. It's just growth. It's just another chapter. I think that when from listening to this song and from listening when you hear the album, you will still hear the consistent message. You will still hear, of course, the consistent voice. But I think you will hear growth. I think you will hear artistic growth and even where I am at, in my personal life, because I also write my own music.
All right.
I'm evolving as I go along.
Mm.
So I think that's what you'll hear, but the message ultimately will be the same.
All right, excellent. Now to some more comments. Noni says, "Good morning, all. You can change name, but not the voice. I'm listening and thinking. This sounds like if you hear me, and I was right. Yemi Love, I love your voice, and you can do no wrong by me. Keep doing what you're doing and keep doing it well." And then Ola says, "Yemi Love's voice is alluring, strong, and vulnerable. Yes, it reminds me of Anita Baker and Joanne Ama." Trading is it? I'm stronger. I'm a trading your word. Great stuff. So Yemi, a number of people have mentioned artists, that they say that you give them that vibe. Who are the artists that inspire you? I know you have your own unique sound, and honestly, you can't be compared to anyone, to be fair. But who would you say, whether as a child or now in your career, that you say, oh, this is someone I look up to, or someone I really admire, or someone I listen to?
There's quite a few of them, and I will not spend the whole show going down the list. But I think right at the very top of that list, Tracy Chapman is a huge inspiration of mine, both for her singing and her songwriting. Anita Baker is a huge inspiration of mine, especially for her vocal ability. I just like where she goes with her music. Another big inspiration of mine, which doesn't always jump out at people, is Stevie Wonder.
Oh.
Of his music, and I just think his career is a masterpiece. Blueprint for any artist. So I'll say those are my top three.
Wow, you have even the kind of musicians we listen
Great, greatness
to.
only.
Greatness only. No, you don't even play small at all. All right, Yemi, it's been so good. Yemi Love, it's been so good speaking with you. So tell us, what should we expect from Yemi Love? I know you've said it that you're fully back. This is you now. I also know that you and your family shuttle between here and the US. So should we be expecting you already said you have a body of work coming up for the end of the year. Stage, your voice sounds like it will be fantastic for a live performance. So shows, what should we be looking forward to with
And
Yemi
where?
Love,
And where?
and where? Mm,
Okay.
okay.
What's the handle?
So how what
All the platforms is I am Yemi Love. So IAMYEMILOVE on all social media platforms.
All right.
So we will keep everyone informed to know. I'm super excited to hit the stage. Like
yeah.
that's my favorite part.
I can imagine.
you know, Recording is great, but the stage is a whole nother
Yeah.
it's a whole nother thing. So I'm super excited for that.
Uh,
And yes, we have that lined up before the album release later in the year.
yeah. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Yemi Love. It's been fantastic speaking with you. Yemi Love, and the album to come before the end of the year. Don't forget, if you want to keep updated on everything with regards to Yemi Love and her music, when next she'll be having a stage performance, her new album, to listen to more songs, follow on whole. Oh, my Yoruba wanted to betray
Go
me
ahead,
there.
go ahead, go ahead.
Follow her on all social media platforms at I am Yemi Love on all social media platforms. All right, guys. Any final words to Yemi Love before she goes?
Love you, Yemi.
Oh,
Looking forward.
looking forward.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the support back. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Yemi Love, and have a lovely morning. Okay, Lagos and beyond, we're going to switch gears now. After the break, we're going to be looking at some trending stories in Nigeria and around the world. You don't want to miss this one. We're definitely going to be talking about Tiwa Savage,
Hot,
Shay
hot
Splash.
gist.
I don't know if we'll be able to get to
The
other
hottest
stories.
gist in town.
But also, congratulations to Thames, who's nabbed a BT Award nomination. We're proud of you, Thames. And then also Prince Harry hitting back after reports he didn't ask the Queen's permission to name daughter Lilibet. We talked about the fact that he named his daughter Lilibet Diana on Tuesday, and so we'll be hopefully able to dodge that. But just in case I've told you, so that when we settle on this particular story, you would understand. We're going to break now. Grapevine 981 will be back shortly.
My name is Johnny Drill, and for the best of soul, R&B, jazz, and the beat.
Thank you so very much, Yemi.
Thank you. This was such a breath of fresh air. Thank you so much.
Bye, Yemi. We
Thank
made
you.
it,
All right.
right?
Bye. We look forward
Bye.
to your performances and your new album.
Thank you much.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, everyone. It is round one. Fight. Please, I need a fighting song to come in. Kung Fu
fighting.
No, that was what's playing. Let that soundtrack. Do that soundtrack.
Which one?
Arriba.
No,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
one.
now, you know the one. You know the one I'm talking about.
The other one.
I don't know. I don't know the name.
I don't know if it's. I don't know
It's
where
a Catholic thing. I think it's a Catholic.
Catholic
It's
thing,
a church thing. What is it called in clubs these days? When they're bringing in big bottles, they're
Big
bringing in
bottles, yeah,
bottles.
that
Exactly.
big bottles, yeah.
No, tell me. I don't go
Oh, you
to
go to club.
club. I don't go to club.
Where do you go to?
I go to church. You
Oh,
tell me
man.
that the buses latest song. I
I don't know, but I know like there's a meme where. But how
Oh
can
my!
we
You
even know?
can't find anything
Nah, I mean,
now.
I don't know the name of this song, but it's very popular these days.
I'm sure it's one of those
Oh, yeah,
Latin.
Emma
Yeah, it's a
Biko.
Latin thing. Yeah, it's a Latin
It's
thing.
gone, no. Me, I've already entered Kung Fu fighting.
Everybody's kung fu fighting. The song starts so well.
Yeah, it sounds so well. Yay! We're about to enter it. Round one! Fight. I don't know why we should be excited about nonsense.
It's you that's excited. It's not me, please. I'm not excited.
Nonsense! When I heard the story, I was like, what is going on? What is really, but just give people content in Nigeria. All right, let's go. YouTube, are you ready? James, are you ready?
Let's go.
We are not the ones fighting. Let me just let everybody know.
not
Before they think that it's us
ahead.
that fighting the
Okay.
studio. We are not the ones, though.
Smooth 98.1, love music, love life. Like one word. If you're not on YouTube, sorry. But yeah, you can. This is the Grapevine 981 brought to you by Smooth 98.1 on the Smooth Breakfast Show. I'm Ayo Myro Essay, and I have with me today our gentleman guest analyst. We have James Silas
Yeah.
and Oris.
Hey!
I like that. Do you know, mine would be, if only you would introduce me, I'm like,
Wow.
Is that Lion King? What was that?
Can you
I'm a
imagine?
lion.
That's too far. Don't do raw.
No, I want to take, don't steal my time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you play me? Oh, me borrow, that one.
Okay, so if you'd like to join the conversation this morning, we're having a ball of a time. Send your message to WhatsApp 0809 444 0981 or I was going to tweet, but yeah, send us a YouTube message. We're live on YouTube. youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos. Before we go into the next
Juicy story.
juicy story, here is an intro for you.
Yeah, so
Oh,
happy.
you're petty. You're
I
petty.
just like,
Oh, you're petty. No, you're petty.
I here's the enemy.
I have to get to the chorus.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Okay, so in case you're wondering why this song, why is Ayo playing this song, Kung Fu Fighting by
Yes.
Carl Douglas, the original in particular. So Tiwa Savage, Shay clash at popular Lagos Salon. The long-standing rivalry between Nigerian popstars Tiwa Savage and Shay took a different dimension on Tuesday when they finally engaged in a skirmish at an upscale salon in Lekki, Lagos. In a video that's making rounds, went viral on the internet, the artists could be seen exchanging words, cursing each other out, and almost going physical. I saw that, save for the timely intervention of other patrons at the salon. Some of the high points, let's say highlights or notable moments of this particular
Notable.
incident is that, I mean, so let's go back. Let's go rewind, why this issue. So apparently 2 years ago, but Tiwa is her heart is hard though. 2 years. So 2 years ago, Shay and Victoria Kimani there was a challenge that was going on that was very rude. it was started off by
Kiss
Kiss
Daniel,
Daniel,
indeed.
and they did one, and they were dissing Tiwa, right? And Tiwa, people, it was big then.
No,
People were talking
shady.
about, they were shading her. Yes, so they didn't mention her name, but everyone knew who they were talking about. So they talked about her in a very derogatory manner, and people had said that there was something brewing there, and so that Shay had said nasty things about Tiwa in other places, and I think had even prevented, or did something about someone. It was a show, but money was involved, and lack of it somewhere along the lines. And for 2 years they hadn't seen each other physically, because from what we have seen, Shay then goes to do her hair where Tiwa was under the hair dryer, and she goes to tap Tiwa to say hello, hi, and then Tiwa just blew her top like, don't you dare say hi to me when you have been saying bad things about me. Don't say nasty things about me in the back, and then in front you try and be cool and all that. So that is the end of my story. So I don't know how many people have seen that. So yeah, another high point
Everybody has seen it.
was people saying that Tiwa then swore on the life of her son, which was quite sensitive, saying that if she had ever said anything nasty about Shay, God should take her son. I feel it heavy in my mouth to repeat such a statement, but that's what she said, and those were the things that some people had stuff to say about. What do you guys think about? I mean, to be honest, when I heard about this, I wanted to watch it because it was like, have you seen Tiwa Savage and Shay? I can't understand why. Okay, some people were fun again. Let me not say anything. Let me allow you speak.
Oh, do you want to start?
Okay, yeah, I shall take the proverbial bull by the horn. Okay, let us see. Look, I think to my mind the issue here is how deep is your love or your hate or your beef. I think the start of this actually was an interview around the time when what's her face? Shay was announced as ambassador for Pepsi, while Tiwa was still an ambassador. Oh, okay. Apologies. Anyway, yes, while Tiwa was still an ambassador, and I think they had asked Tiwa how she felt that Shay was joining her on that, and Tiwa had a very dismissive answer. And I think, of course, as usual, it came social media. Somebody shared the audio or something, and Shay responded and said, "Look, that Tiwa's response hurt her." So I think from there, there's been some kind of cold war going on between both artists. And of course, it came to a head. I think Shay found an opportunity when Kiss Daniel had that his old You challenge, and recorded a line where she cleverly referenced Savage, which everybody assumed was Tiwa Savage, of course. And I think, maybe since then, Tiwa hasn't found a good opportunity, or maybe like she hasn't gotten the atmosphere she needed to like accost Shay. And over the past few days, that's finally happened, and then she had this outburst. For me, I think it was unnecessary. I believe in equal and opposite. So, to my mind, what Tiwa should have done is give us a song on the topic. Somebody shaded you in the song, do the same thing. Don't come and start looking for, because, like I was telling James off air, I think there's such a, if people did not intervene, there was an opportunity for this to like aggravate into assault.
Yes.
And you don't want to put yourself in a position where over some song somebody did 2 years ago, you are now getting behind the police counter. Why is that?
It was a 1
Yeah, just like, exactly. Just, I mean, it was kind of a fun thing, but of course, if you're on the receiving end, I'm sure it's not so fun anyway, to be fair to Tiwa. But I'm saying, you don't put yourself in a position where you are now being held for assault over something as ridiculous as a diss song. So I'm like, just take it out in that same. But of course, I'm sure this is a minority view. A lot of people feel like Tiwa was entirely right to like Acosta. But I'm like, that might be fine to Acosta, but to now get it to the stage where they were almost throwing hands, I'm like, Tiwa, I think all of us have passed the stage where we have to get physical. But yeah, I think James would say something different, so I'm waiting for him actually.
You're rooting for me?
I'm waiting for you, waiting.
Maintain that.
I don't set leg.
So I understand the part where you're saying maybe Tiwa should have made the record or
equal and opposite, yes.
to address the issue, right? But so I don't think it's just about that song,
all right,
that particular
track,
challenge, So it's also about the interviews, probably also about the side talks.
Maybe a side talk, but she did not actually give an interview dissing Tiwa. She said she doesn't know her, which is what Tiwa too said about her. So that's fair.
So that's something that other side talks can be my friend.
Industry
this
stuff.
is-
yes.
and we
I heard what you said.
we
though.
still get to this person. So, and then you can imagine the fact. I mean, the aspect where they've never met in a room together, like one on one, to say, and then maybe even the time they've been in the same room, somebody has not walked. Shay has not walked up to her to say hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Then now I'm in the
Salon.
what's called the salon. You know, you said
Hair dryer.
hair
Maybe it was
dryer
very
exactly.
hot.
and relaxing
It was
and
really-
maybe thinking about other
Other
issues,
things.
and then
then
somebody
you
now
show up.
touched you and say hello, and then you ask the girl who touched me.
No, she said she responded. At least what she said afterwards was that she said hi to her and she said hi back.
No,
And
no,
then
you know how
later,
that thing. When
she
somebody
came
says
to her.
hello, and then say,
At that instant, exactly, yeah.
wait, hold, pause. Was it Shay that just said hello to me that I responded to? Say, okay, no, and then she got
Exactly,
I
like,
went
you know,
to-
let me go
So
on.
so
give her.
I mean, I can understand. Like I said, when people, you cannot really control or
A response.
a response in certain situations, and like I said, like we all know there's been other brewing elements around this particular situation, but now see that first confrontation was understandable. I agree, I accept. It's fine. It didn't escalate to any form of violence or whatever. Even though he had that tendency, I was watching for a minute and thought that Tiwa was just going to give her a slap. That's what I was watching and thinking I was going to.
all
But
hell will
thankfully,
break loose.
Shay did not really return that energy.
That same energy. Yes.
Nah,
yes.
she did not. Or I
So
say
maybe
could
if,
not.
if Shay had, maybe it would
Ah,
have,
it's- yes,
it would have
yeah, it would
escalated.
have been a
slap
lot.
would have-
Yeah,
I'm
it would have been a
sure
lot
It
worse.
would have been a slap would have landed somewhere, because even when it got to the point where Tiwa started swearing, should I
On-
say
yeah,
swearing
on her kids'
on her
life.
son, that was now the extreme for me. Like, okay, I mean,
What's
why,
happening here?
for God's sake,
How did we get here?
how did we get here? What's
Zero
up
to
with
100.
Jamil will be like, what's my own?
I was exactly.
But
I
then
did
again,
also-
there was also that conversation that is it pause?
Yeah, pause had, yeah, so subsequently.
Yeah,
So
with Shay.
we're talking downstairs, and I was saying, I don't think it was supposed to be a proper interview or a formal interview where it was meant to come out.
Come
like
out,
this.
yeah, that's what you
I
said.
felt like it was okay. I'm a media person. This celebrity is my friend.
my
And
friend,
I've
exactly. Let
read
me
this
just
and I've
reach
seen
out.
this thing online, and let me just even holler at her and see what's going on. And then she now became suddenly vocal. And was, don't mind her, and then, so which was why I felt, which is why I feel like it wasn't a proper interview, because if I'm confiding in you, if I'm just telling you how I really feel about something,
Yeah.
it's a different ballgame. I don't think Shay would have sat down in an interview knowing that, like, if you bring Shay to this podium right now to say, come and talk about that particular incident, I don't think she would have opened her mouth to say, that one, she just came to just that 40-year-old woman. She was even skin
She's
shaming me.
she's
She was
7 years older than
like,
I am.
I don't think she would have done that. This is why that conversation shouldn't have come out at all.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
But she
Shao,
now
I don't
also
agree.
said that she was and then she now also, of course, that's the part we did not see in the video I was released,
Yes,
where she
yes.
was saying that
She made
Tiwa
reference,
said that
yes,
she will
was going
not
to be
have
barren or something.
she's going to buy that kind of thing. So and then her response to that was that she has been looking for
For a
for
kid.
fruit of
Oh,
the
yeah,
womb,
she had him
right?
not long
She had a
ago.
miscarriage not long ago. So
Yeah.
so what came to mind first? I mean, as an African man, or as I'm just trying to be like, maybe as a moral guy. In quotes, I'm not saying I am, but I'm just saying that.
We
Is she
know James, we know
married?
James, we know
You
James.
understand me? I mean, she's married. That's what came to mind first. Okay, is
Look
she
at
still
James
single?
thinking that exactly you have to be ready to
Yeah,
have a
that's what I
child.
had to think about.
James, you
Then-
do not have to be married to
For
get
a
a child.
Please, you have
So
to be
now,
married.
you see, all of us.
Here we go.
All of
I'm
us.
in the
Please,
church.
let me. I want to warn all
I'm
the
in the
guys.
church.
Always, I want to warn all of the guys. All of us where they manage. All of us where they manage Shay. Not go rush, give her belly. This person where they manage so, as it is, she wants to have a baby real bad. So I beg, don't be in a hurry to get.
We
her
don't know
pregnant.
this for a fact. Maybe she
I'm
wanted
just
to at
joking,
some
no.
point.
Now play at the
Okay,
play.
so now let me take another. After time, I knew we're not going to be able to. talk
Of course,
another
of course.
story.
It's such a
We have
huge
comments
story.
to take, but I want to just say that. Do you know I'm a bit? Okay, I know people are like, I'm team Tiwa. I'm team nobody.
Me
Alright.
too.
Either of them, because I
Nobody.
think for me personally, and this does not reflect the the thoughts of
Oh,
Suze,
oh,
it's my personal opinion.
Alright.
I thought it was very playground, childish kind of fight.
Yeah, but that was the intention.
That- so
That's
was
what
the
Steve wanted
intention.
to achieve. Actually.
Yes. So number one is this is not the first time I've seen her get very petty or downright, with certain people.
Oh, really?
Remember another radio station that they were still on
Yes,
air,
yes, yes,
and they
yes.
started talking about her, and she finished them. She posted it on her page. I thought it was too much. Do you understand?
Ah, okay,
There are
yeah.
certain classy ways or classier ways you can handle certain things. I mean, she come and tell me that she not tell me that she's a classy person. This is who she is. You know when they say somebody's a role model, they say I did not ask.
I did not ask you to make your role
Don't
model.
be deceived by the pretty face, right?
Exactly, and the soft voice. So I'm not really going to be overtaken by the soft voice.
Alright.
I think she's a brilliant artist and all that, but I think that she can be a bit petty and be really like ghetto in terms of I will finish you right now.
Yeah.
So that's for me, seeing what has happened in the past. So my own advice to be don't cross Tiwa or if you cannot fight. Because
She even spoke Yoruba. You know when you want to sink in the point. I've never heard. I said, okay.
She has,
So,
yes, she says one or two lines Yoruba.
yeah, I'm always okay. Anyways, let me take some comments. But Cruz says if a comedian uses them and their problem for his or her jokes, how would we take it? Me, I am here for the entertainment. I think we should get ready for memes.
Of course.
Jokes.
No, it's all out
Of
there.
course,
already.
clearly.
All out there.
It
Already.
is just the beginning.
Cisco Delgado says, I saw the video of Tiwa and Shay trying to fight each other. It was a big disappointment. Chidozie says, the scene at the salon was a classic case of women supporting women.
Women.
Really?
Wow,
child?
Chidozie.
Low blow.
I applaud you.
Low blow.
AJK says, ISO he says, I'm funny. That lesson learned. If you have a cold feud with someone who is a hairdryer under a hairdryer, don't go saying hi. The dryer is hot. I've
Yes.
heard that before. Your brain is hot at that point. That's not the point to be friendly or be doing nonsense. AJK from Ogba says, here I am thinking James was a normal guy. James, no go kill us.
My brother, that's how I felt.
All right, thank you all so very much. This is all we can take on the show today. Thank you. But already we mentioned that Harry is not happy that he said he did not ask his grandma. He said actually once the baby was born, grandma was the first person of the royal family that he called and asked if she wouldn't mind their baby called Lilibet, which is her nickname. And then Thames has nabbed congratulations. We look forward to the award ceremony, and it's a voting award, so we can actually vote en masse.
I hate voting awards, but congratulations
But
anyway.
it helps people fill up there. People that may not get an award. Not Thames, okay? Not Thames, sorry. But some people who might not have a chance to win. So let's just allow it. But for Thames is a recognized artist in Nigeria. She's
Indeed,
brilliant.
yeah.
So that doesn't apply to her. All right, so okay, final comment and then we wrap up. James, so he says, so James and always like female violence like this. Two fights.
We don't like it.
Please, you don't like it, please,
We don't
though.
like
See
it.
who-
I do not endorse
Cruz says
assault.
the fight wasn't even enough. Can you imagine? When someone mentioned it to me,
Did
on
they even
Monday,
fight?
I looked for it.
They
thinking
didn't
it was
fight.
They
a
just had a
own
conversation.
Fight. He says, I don't like Tiwa swearing on the life of her son. That's
Yes.
a no-no for me. That's what many people said,
Yeah.
actually. Okay, so let's plug out,
She's
guys.
next now.
James Salas everywhere. Social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, Clubhouse. Hello, me. Let me know
Please
you're
don't
from the
mention Twitter
grapevine.
on this show.
My chest. Allow me on VPN. Wow. I'm sorry. My last. Okay.
I wasn't here. I
Let me
wasn't
start-
here.
let me
I
start
did
again.
not appear on this
Cancel
show.
down. Let me start
We are
again.
cancelled for today. Please,
Catch you guys on the next one. Yeah.
All right. It's Catch Your Wrist Gram on Instagram. On the other platform, I've created my account like Malami actually. So yes. And yeah, if you say hi, I promise that I will not accost you the way Tiwa Savage accosted Shay. Thank you, and see you next week.
what an epic way to wrap up the show. Thank you all for listening. At 9 o'clock, we're serious. We're going to be talking politics. After this kind of show, we
are
need
serious
to
too.
really be serious. So at 9 o'clock, Lagos Talks 901. I'm Ayo Myra Essay Station. Great